and then came up with faith, family, friends, and foraging. And so I'm just going to briefly share how these facets of my life support my mental health. At a very deep level, I believe that having a sense of meaning and purpose really gives a person good mental health. And actually, particularly faith, family, and friends do this for me. But I want to also acknowledge the millions of people in the world who struggle with good mental health, good people who may have suffered too much trauma, who may have a chemical imbalance, or who simply look at the state of the world and feel really sad. So sad that their daily mental health is affected. So whatever I say tonight, I want first to acknowledge their pain, and I hope that by sharing stories of what gives me a sense of good mental health, it doesn't make them feel worse. And I'm saying that because I know that having faith, family, and friends is such a precious gift, but there will be many out there who don't have these gifts, and they have to work so much harder to find what I take for granted. So I just wanted to acknowledge that at the start. So I'll start with faith. There are many things about being a member of the Baha'i community that support my good mental health. And I find that daily praying gives comfort to my soul. There are profoundly beautiful prayers revealed by the central figures of the Baha'i faith. And these prayers are for every imaginable occasion. And although we can and do use our own words while praying, I find that saying out loud the revealed prayers are what really works for me. So if I may, I'd like to just share one example. This is a prayer I particularly like when I'm feeling a bit harassed by life. O God, refresh and gladden my spirit, purify my heart, illumine my mind. I lay all my affairs in thy hand. Thou art my guide and my refuge. O God, I will no longer be sorrowful and grieved. I will be a happy and joyful being. O God, I will no longer be full of anxiety, nor will I let trouble harass me. I will not dwell on the unpleasant things of life. O God, thou art more friend to me than I am to myself. I dedicate myself to thee, O Lord. So when I'm happy, I pray. When I'm sad, I pray. When I'm thinking of others who are suffering or in pain, I pray. And when I contemplate the state of the world, I pray. Both my faith and my interfaith work give me a profound sense also of community. Both have at their core active communities committing to making a difference in the world and building something that is good, inclusive, loving, and just. And so it's really great to be a part of that. So then I'll move on to family. And I have been blessed with a loving and supportive family. Like all families, we suffer the ups and downs of life, birth, death, illnesses, hardship, even trauma. But through all of the ups and downs, we do support and love each other without judgment and with generous hearts and spirits. And I can hardly express how incredible this really is for keeping good mental health. So then the final one, foraging. But what I really meant by foraging is time spent out in nature, just mooching around, digging, planting, picking. We have a small garden. Harvesting, smelling, just looking and feeling the wonder of our interconnectedness with everything that is in this world. Worms in the compost, and then strawberries for breakfast. So the natural world really and truly fills my mind and heart with peace, and I think it helps to maintain really good mental health at this time. And I think there's many in this pandemic have found that nature has been a huge healer. So my totally and absolutely top tip for my good mental health is to combine all of the above. If I can get out into nature with my family and my friends, and then at the same time say a prayer of deep gratitude, then I know that I'm fully alive, and my mental health will more or less take care of itself.